Strange baby was born in a hospital. His whole body was covered in spines. He looked like a porcupine. A doctor discovered her condition a day before a woman gave birth. Her tiny fingers trembled uncontrollably. From that day on, all the pregnant women experienced the same symptoms, and their babies were equally unusual. Some looked like birds, others like monkeys. One night, every newborn who came out of the delivery room turned out to be a half-animal baby. An investigation soon revealed that they were infected by a strange virus that could threaten all humankind. So the government decided to eliminate them all. A father escaped with his child to protect him. He hid with him in the forest. The boy had deer antlers. The father found an abandoned hut and made it their home. He turned an old tire into a water wheel and fixed the broken fences. In no time, it became their shelter. He cared for his child with all his heart. He even made up his own children's story. When the boy spoke father for the first time, the father paused. He had never taught him that word. It strengthened his resolve to protect the child. Years passed. The boy reached 9 years old. His antlers had grown strong. On his birthday, the father used an apple as a cake. Every day, he taught the boy survival skills, how to hide when danger approached, even in the forest. Often an airplane would fly overhead and drop flyers with the order to kill all half-animal children. The boy asked, "Who really is my mother?" One day, he saw a female deer in the middle of the forest, and they locked eyes. He noticed that they looked alike, especially their ears. In the boy's heart, that deer was his mother. Seeing that deer unexpectedly made him yearn to leave the fence and explore the outside world. He repeatedly asked his father about the world beyond the forest. After thinking deeply, the father told the boy a legend. Because humanity had greatly harmed nature, the earth punished them. The sky sent a calamity, and a strange illness struck everyone. Half-animals emerged among people. The unaffected humans did not repent. Instead, they blamed the half-animals and tried to wipe them out. That's why the father had to hide with his child in the forest to keep her safe. The boy's 10th birthday arrived. His father gifted him a slingshot he made himself, hoping it would help him defend himself if needed. But one unexpected incident occurred. The boy stumbled on strange footprints in the soil. He followed them to the edge of the forest to a hole in the wire fence. He peered at the world outside, and nothing bad happened, contrary to his father's warnings. He was happy. At that moment, he heard a loud growl. Frightened, he ran and collided with someone. Fortunately, his father arrived and swiftly carried him back into the forest. Terrified, they ran as fast as they could. Once safe, the father warned the boy, "If people find you, they will kill you." But the boy had a feeling that his father was hiding something, that the outside world wasn't as terrible as he'd been told. At that moment, they heard a human voice from outside. The father grabbed a broom and made it a weapon, carefully facing the stranger. Because they were far apart, the man thought the father had a gun and was afraid to approach. He explained he was in the forest searching for his sister. At the same time, the curious boy edged closer, but was signaled by his father to hide. During their talk, the man noticed the father had never left the forest in a long time and seemed unaware of the outside world. Then the boy's antlers brushed against a nearby bush. The father's heart sank. He looked again, but the man and his child were gone. The father approached the fence and saw a secret mark carved by the man. Clearly, he'd returned. The father hurried home. He put poison around the edge of the walls and hid the boy in a secret room. Before going out, he told the boy, "Whatever happens, do not leave."
The boy waited for a long time inside, but the father did not return. Suddenly, a strange sound came from the outside of the secret room. The boy stepped out to peek and saw the female deer had come back. Believing she might be his true mother, he reached to stroke her. But abruptly, he heard his father's voice. He quietly exited the house, and silence engulfed the forest. Fearfully, he closed his eyes and raised his slingshot. Mustering courage, he took a step forward. He heard footsteps nearby. Slowly, he opened one eye and saw his father. Elatedly, the boy moved to hug him, but then the father collapsed. The last words he whispered, "You're safe now." His left little finger trembled. He looked infected by the same virus. The boy worried. The next morning, his father called him, saying he was hungry. The boy rushed out to prepare breakfast. But when he returned, the house was silent. His father had gone. From then on, the boy lived alone. He quickly learned how to split firewood, fix the water pipe, and take care of himself so his father would not worry, wherever he was. Then one day, he found a map under his bed. According to the map, he reached a heart-shaped tree. With a small shovel, He began to dig and uncovered a box buried beneath. Despite trying, he could not open it until he remembered the necklace he wore. He inserted the key into the box, turned it, and was stunned when it opened. Inside were only some checks and a bank card. The boy, raised in the forest, had no understanding of money. He threw them away. There was nothing edible inside. Disappointed, he continued digging and found a photograph lying beneath the box. It was a picture of his mother. Written on the back was the name of a place, RR, Colorado. He stared long at the map until he recognized the place. He decided to search for his mother. He made a cart to carry his things, packed enough food and water, and took the slingshot his father had gifted.
When he had packed just a little and begun his journey, he stepped on something, a candy. He opened it and tasted it. He had never tasted anything so delicious in his life. Looking back, he saw another candy and quickly ran toward it. But it was too late. A wooden spike, the kind used as a trap, was hidden there. An arrow from the forest hunters had nearly pierced him. He hurried to hide and waited for an opportunity to strike. Suddenly, someone sprang from the grass and grabbed his antler. They were hunters of half-animal children, paid for capturing them alive. He fought back, but fell to the ground. One hunter brandished their slingshot to finish him, with a gun pointed at him. But at that very second, the hunter panicked. The boy pulled a knife and scanned his surroundings. Behind him appeared a tall, black man. The boy looked up in fear. The man didn't chase him. Instead, he shot the remaining hunter. Hearing the shot, the boy sprinted back home. He carefully set traps and retreated to his secret room. Once all was safe, he peered out from a crack. And indeed, the tall black man had followed him. He easily dismantled the boy's traps and entered the secret room. He pulled the boy out and threw him onto the floor. The boy, too weak to fight. And yet, he threatened. He said his father was strong enough to knock down 4 men with one punch. The man didn't flinch. He picked up the dropped photograph and gently reminded the boy not to light fires in the forest during daytime. It would reveal his hiding place to enemies. He returned the photo to the boy and even fixed the broken pipe in front of the house. The man told the boy never to leave the forest, otherwise, merciless people would cut off his head. The boy returned inside and gazed at the photo of his mother. After pausing, he quietly slipped out again, following the footprints of the man. Finally, he found him. He begged the man to take him out. He did not insist. The boy persisted silently, unafraid of threats. The man, moved by the boy's resolve, reluctantly agreed. But the next morning, the boy awoke to find that his food was gone. The man was furious and intended to send the boy away. The boy realized he smelled food nearby, so the man stayed behind with a gun, while the boy snuck out slowly to take food. Inside, he was startled by a deer head mounted on the wall. In his rush to escape, he stepped on one of the traps. The man's family came out of the house. The boy feared they would cut off his head. He cried, "Don't you touch my head." They were shocked, a half-animal child who could talk. Gratefully, they welcomed him to dinner. During the meal, the boy seized a chance to ask about his mother, but unfortunately, they knew nothing. Soon he befriended the family's child, but the family feared keeping him. They believed his presence would cause trouble. That night, hunters broke in. They claimed they had seen a half-animal running around and demanded the family hand the boy over. Otherwise, they would use force. The family's kind father refused and hid the boy. The hunters ran out of patience and decided to storm in. At that moment, the tall black man arrived at the door. With a single punch per hunter, the hunters couldn't stand against his strength. Still, one hunter had slipped in. Instinctively, the boy hid in the darkness and tried to use the slingshot, but it didn't work. Quietly, the hunter with a gun approached. Just then, the boy charged forward, wielding his antlers to stab the hunter's thigh. Because of this, his presence was exposed. But behind him appeared a gigantic stagman. The hunter froze in terror. At the same time, the tall black man appeared behind the hunter and struck him with a powerful blow, sending him down. The next morning, the tall black man decided to continue his journey. But this time, he did not abandon the boy.
What awaited them ahead was a journey full of mystery, answers to come. But not long after, a new child appeared in the human world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.